Nearly all amateur golfers are making these huge mistakes with their short game, and we're gonna get you fixed up so that you can strike the ball like you're supposed to. Most of the time, this is what happens. You got a nice short shot in there, and you're licking your chops, and you're gonna do it, and you hit it pretty good. That's not bad. But what happened? Let me show you. Do you see where I struck the ball with the club? That's what nearly all amateurs are doing most of the time. Now, and this is where good players tend to live, but there's even a better spot. Believe it or not, that's closer to where we want to be. Here's what's interesting. A lot of people think that this is the ideal location. Most people hit it out here on the toe, whereas the pros typically live a little bit closer over here. How do we move closer to the heel without hitting this thing here? And that's why people hit it out here, because we're so afraid of this bad boy right there. I'm gonna give you a few simple keys so that you can start striking your short irons much, much cleaner more often. Closer to where you should be striking it. This is exactly where we want to be. That one was perfect. Why do we want to be there? All right, so it all boils down to club technology. When they build these things, the center of gravity is what we're looking for. You know, that's that CG. Where does it live on the wedge? Well, unless they put a whole bunch of weight out here on the toe, it's gonna live closer to the heel than the toe, which brings it slightly heel side of center. And so we just gotta get comfortable being comfortable with that. And with a few simple little things, you can start really being a master of the wedge game. The first thing we need to do is understand this concept that when you're striking your lofted clubs, your wedges, and the toe is rotating through, what happens is the toe wins the race to the ball. It's going to get there first, and you're gonna be striking on the toe because that face is going to be slightly shut when it arrives at the ball. So why does the toe win the race to the ball? It's because, for starters, what happens typically is when we take that club to the inside while we're rotating the face open on the backswing, you're going to do the exact same thing on the way back down to the ball. You're going to come in, you're going to rotate, and then the toe is gonna win the race to the ball. And that's simply because you're taking it inside while at the same time rotating the club face open on the backswing. And 99 times out of 100, you're gonna have a toe strike. So the first thing we have to do is correct that issue. That's simple. Instead of rotating open, we're gonna do a little drill where we're actually gonna take it back and feel like we're rotating it in the opposite direction. So the tendency is to do this and point the toe in the air. I just want to take it back, same thing, and really point the toe down. So you're actually shutting the face as you go. And we're going to take little swings here, just to feel that initial move in the backswing. Very simple. Shut it. Now remember, this is a drill. So the goal is to stop doing this, and to stop it, we got to start feeling like this. In reality, when we integrate it into our swing, it'll just look like that, nothing happening. But we have to super exaggerate it to start, so start rotating it closed. And already we're starting to see a little bit better impact location. Do that 500 times, and then we can move on. The second thing most of us get wrong is this. We've heard for years, take the club back low and slow. Look, just because something rhymes doesn't make it right. When we go low and slow, we're sucking that club way inside here. Even if you don't rotate the face open, you're still gonna return low and from the inside way in out, and that's gonna produce a toe hit most likely as well. See? That's all because that club is just traveling this direction, and that toe is gonna race to the ball the fastest because it's moving that way. And therefore you have these toe hit balls, which produce a lot of problems. And that's all because someone said, take it back low and slow. No, we actually want to do this. If we lift that club up like so, we're not getting steep. Steep would be like this and shutting down those arms. I just am lifting and turning. Watch this. Everybody's trying to get deep here, and we think that if we're low, we're deep. No, that produces over the top, and that produces hosel in the ball. That's not what we're looking for. We need to work that club up while we're turning. And look, I'm still deep, but that club worked more vertical instead of behind me. So that's the key, is to get that club working up. How much up? Everybody asks me. I will show you. We want to keep this arm working up a little bit while we turn. So I always say this, left hand, right ear. That's where we're going. You're trying to get this hand right here to your ear as far away as possible. So straight arm, right? That's the key. Not here, but right there is where we're going for. Work it up to my ear while keeping the armpit as in as possible, right there. And the more you turn, the better. That's going to be the work up, work down motion as opposed to like this. And right there, you keep that face square and you work it up. Then we're almost finished with our impact location. But this in and of itself, as long as you're not rotating those hands, is gonna start getting you a much better impact location. Much closer to the heel. That's way better than the exact opposite on the toe. Now, obviously, that's probably a little too close to the heel and a little too low. So we need one more thing to do to really drive it home so that all the pieces are working correctly. And that's going to be this. It's gonna come from our finish position over here. Think about it. See this hand here? This little hand, that's what we're going for. Subscribe to the channel too while you're at it, while you're looking at that. Okay, so we're working up without rotation. Then when we come into the ball, we want to hold that hand right here all the way through to the finished position. So it's right here. We're shaking a hand right there. That's where we want to be. If you fling it out like this, you're not going to shake a hand like that. So you want it palm facing target, turn through, shake that hand right over here. That would look like this. You work it up right to my right ear, turning, club head out in front. Now I can strike wherever I want. Palm into the ball, facing target, rotate to here. I'm shaking that hand right there. That's your focus. You're not gonna shake a hand up here. You're not gonna shake a hand down there. It's gonna be like hand height right here. Let's see what she produces in terms of ball contact. Shake the hand right there. Look at that. Shaking a hand right there. We're good. Look at my contact. Just slightly heel side of center. That's perfect. And doing that allows you to let the heel kind of win the race a little bit to the ball, because you want to hit it with a slightly open club face. That way you're using the bounce properly and you're getting maximum compression into that ball. Instead of letting it flip, you're keeping a solid face through impact. Look at that impact location. Slightly heel side of center. Great spin, 96.57 spin. 6 feet of draw on that. And that should help you out a little bit. Tighten up that wedge game. Get you closer to where you want to be. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you next time.